Hello, everybody. Good evening, Canada. Good morning, Sydney, and hello, world. You are watching the World Monologue Games, and this is our regional livestream finals. This is, in fact, our last show in the regionals, so it is a bit of a milestone. We've had 27 events in the regionals, and here we are at event number 27. And you're watching the main professional category, and this is Toronto. My name is Pete. I am your MC and the creator of World Monologue Games. Just a few things about the event. This was set up last year in response to the impact COVID was having on the arts and entertainment industry, and it's a platform for actors to showcase their work, and it's also a competition. We have had 350 performers in this year's regionals from 51 countries, and it all culminates in the global finals, which start in about a month. So the winners of tonight's show, along with all of the other winners from the 26 other shows, will be heading off to the globals and competing for cash prizes, fame and glory, etc., etc. If you are sensitive to any particular kind of content, it might be in the show tonight, today. There's strong language and adult themes. We don't, what's the word? We don't like filter or suppress speech. Someone help me. This is where I need to not be live and someone can just go, this is the word you need, Pete. But anyway, let's move on. I think you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, just do be warned though, there can be some very strong content or adult themes or language at World Monologue Games. You, our viewers, do get to vote. You can't vote yet. The voting lines are not open. They'll be open in 48 hours. Well, sorry, they'll be open at the end of the show for 48 hours. And you can vote for your two favourite performers. I'll come back on at the end and say a few more words about how you can do that. Please hit the like button. That really helps us with the algorithm. Subscribe. That also helps, and it will help you find out when the global finals are on. Leave a chat message for the performers. I can see a little bit of love coming in, which is nice. Leave a comment if you're not watching live. That's a really nice way to support the performers. And look, I think that's about enough from me. So I'm going to play a pre-recorded message from our wonderful global ambassador, Chen Tang. Chen is a fantastic actor and actually won the main professional category last year. So I'm just going to play that and then we'll hand directly over to the Canadians. So everybody, I hope you enjoy World Monologue Games 2021, the last of the regional finals, Toronto.
Hey there everyone, my name's Chen Zhang, and I'm the Global Ambassador for the World Monologue Games. Welcome to the Regional Livestream Finals. I hope you enjoy the show.
All right. So there's two types of policies you guys should be thinking about. You got your life and your whole life plus, which well, it's got all the benefits of your whole life plus a heck of a lot more. You're having a baby. Wow. Well, that's even more reason to get insurance, right? Because what if you get in an accident at your job? You work at the library. Okay, well, what if you get in a car crash and you go out the windshield? Or say you're on a ladder, you're on a ladder cleaning out the gutters, you fall off the darn thing and you break your neck. These things, they happen every day. People fall asleep smoking and they burn to death. All I'm saying is the morgue is full of guys who thought they didn't need life insurance. It's for peace of mind. It's to know that your little boy or your little girl will be taken care of. Oh, no. Hey, at least let me give you a brochure. Or I got these nifty pens, you know, blue or red ink. You just click the. Okay, well, you guys got my number, so if you change your mind. Heck.
I wanted to say, I don't know. Sorry. I keep having these nightmares that I'm pregnant. I don't know why, or like why now. It's really weird. But like last night, I had this one that I was in Ireland for some reason, and I found out I was pregnant and I was trying to get an abortion, but I couldn't because this like woman was following me everywhere trying to send me to jail. And she was following me for so long that like it was too late to get the abortion, so I had to have the baby. And then I woke up. I usually end like that. Sometimes I can see you not listening to me. Sometimes we'd be together talking in my room, and I would see you look right past me at your own reflection in my mirror. And I thought to myself, oh, maybe he likes to look at himself talk as much as he likes to hear it. That's what I thought. I'm trying to give myself reasons not to love you right now because it hurts so bad. And I keep trying to tell people what happened, but I don't think they hear me right because they just like sit there looking all sad and sympathetic, and then they nod their heads a few times and like that's it. And they don't seem to hear me right because they're still in one piece. And in my mind, I think I'm expecting their like bones to break and their like eyeballs to come flinging out of their sockets and their skin to like melt away so that all their broken bones and like messed up things are all in a pile in front of me because that's how it feels. To like be inside of it and to say it. But more than that, more than a pile of broken bones and melted skin, I feel nothing. I'm nothing. The wind like blows right through me. And the world just feels so strange and foreign. And I wish I could take it all back. That's what I wanted to say. I wish it never happened.
They're not people. That isn't Mrs. Nesbit coming down here because she baked a pie and would love it if you joined her for a slice. That dearly departed granny will devour you faster than Dwight here with a pound of double-breaded buffalo wings. They operate purely on instinct, and that instinct is to feed. On human flesh. But once you accept that, then you can really start having some fun with it. I tell you, there's nothing better than the feeling of a well-sharpened axe splitting open a rotting skull. Like Moses parting the Red Sea. It doesn't even have to be an axe. It could be a knife, a sword, a machete. Don't bother with guns unless you have to. Keep your weapons short range. This will offer you a sense of intimacy. You're welcome to pick from any of the weapons in the shed, but if you come out with my crossbow, I swear to God, I'll peel the flesh from your bones, put it into a pie, and feed it to Mrs. Nesbit while whatever's left of you watches. Well, you better get a move on and take care of that thing before it tramples my begonias.
Nevím, proč jsem taková. Sorry, I meant I don't know why I am the way I am. Random runs deep in my blood. Sometimes think about really shitty stuff. Like horrible accidents happening to people I love. Just for me to see how I feel and react to it. Quite recently, one of them came true. My father died. And it felt different. It still feels different. Because imagination can take you to so many places in just a few seconds, and when you're done with the thought, you just discard it. But reality, of course, lasts longer, and when it happens for real, there's no one and nothing that can take you someplace else. At least not for a while, anyway. But I think about the good stuff too, though. Random, but good. Like receiving awards, or getting that one phone call, or one message that changes your life. Or hearing from the right person how much they love you, so you're not a victim of unrequited love anymore. True, none of that has come true yet. But it might. And I know it's cheesy, but don't we call everything good, like hopes and dreams, cheesy just because it's easier to be cynical than actually admit that we hope? So I'll be cheesy. I'll wait for the good while thinking about the bad, because I think those two are connected. A lot.
I'm working at this, group home with Susie Harris. You know who she is? We hang out a lot. She's she's a lot of fun. I think you'd like her. Bobby's good. He works at the garden place in Salem. Sometimes. On the weekends. He wishes he could be here too. He's, a good boyfriend. I think that it'll last for us. One of those great things. Fuck. It's so hard to talk to you now that you can't talk back. I can never say the right thing to you. You're just so not there, aren't you? You always ignore me. I know even if you can hear me right now, you're not paying attention. You never... Why don't I matter to you? What do you want from me? You know, maybe you just want to be left alone. So, okay, I'll do that then. You know, I'm sorry I disturbed your deathbed, you selfish fucking bastard. You self-centered, egotistical, selfish fucking bastard. I don't care what you want. I hope you die. I hope you die real fucking soon. I hope you get eaten by worms with big fucking teeth, and rats and flies and vultures. I hope vultures take you out of the casket and fly away with you, you fuck! I'm sorry.
Remember overseas, I was in command of a company. I lost them. Just about all. And it takes some time to toss that off. Because they weren't just men, Anne. Once it had been raining several days, and this kid comes to me and he gives me his last pair of dry socks. He just puts them in my pocket. Like, that's only a small thing, but those are the kinds of guys I had. And they didn't die. They killed themselves for each other. I mean that. Exactly. A little more selfish, and they'd have been here today. And I got this idea watching them go down. Everything was being destroyed. But to me, it seemed something new was made. A responsibility. Man for man. Do you understand? And to show that, to bring that into the world again, like a monument, and people would feel it standing there behind them, and it would make a difference to them. And then I came home, and it was incredible. There was no meaning in it here. The whole thing to them was just a bus accident. And so I went to work with Dad in the rat race again, and I felt ashamed somehow. Nobody had changed at all. It just seemed to make suckers out of a lot of guys. And I felt wrong to be alive, to drive the new car, to see the new refrigerator. I mean, you can take those things out of a war, but when you drive that car, you've got to know that it comes out of the love a man can have for another man, and then you've got to be better because of it. Otherwise, it's just loot, and there's blood on it. And I didn't want any of it. And I guess that included you.
Did you know? He was just saying today how he hasn't felt this good in months. 3 to 6. But we did the rounds, we did the chemo, we did yes. And we did it. Look at him, he's in great shape. He's in better shape than I am. He was doing push-ups. But alright, well, there's gotta be something else, right? There's gotta be something else. I mean, we'll fly to fucking Peru. I don't fucking know. There's gotta be something else, right?
You think we don't want that? I am so sick of you acting like your suffering is greater than ours. You don't think that for every second of every day since we lit that candle, we haven't thought about what we would change? You think Jordan wouldn't go back in a heartbeat to stop herself from telling her mother the truth? You think we don't want you to go back and stop Kamala from going out that night? You don't think I want to go back and tell myself to stop eating so much, stop wearing such tight clothes, don't let him drive you to Little League? I have tried so hard to define myself beyond my body. A body I didn't ask for, a body I didn't want, and a body I can't even love because people have taken that from me. I always strive to be more than just a pair of tits and some ass. I mothered you both. I got into university. I am at the top of the class in astrophysics, and it doesn't mean fuck all the way people look at me. Women are so much more than that. I am so much more than that. If I could go back, if there were no consequences, no effects or black holes, if I could protect just one little girl, even if it's not me, from the world that doesn't deserve to know her, I would. With all my heart, I would.
Are we forever doomed? Forever on the brink of destruction? Under some enormous shadow? Has God constructed a gigantic, mean-spirited shadow full of noxious, evil vibrations emanating poisonous, soul-killing rays that has one job and one job only? To hover over this family and keep us doomed? And then one day I asked myself, why would God single out this family? And I knew right away that God wouldn't. God just made the shadow. And like everything else that God made, the shadow has a mind of its own. The shadow picked this family to hover over. Oh, I figured all this out a while ago. And it came as a great relief. You see, I didn't have to wonder anymore how we displeased God. I could forget about God for a while. Which is always a great relief for me, seeing how I feel basically that God hates me. Mustard? Anyway, I could forget about God and concentrate on the shadow and what possibly motivated it. You see, the shadow is fate. And our fate, the fate of this family, has some enormous grudge against us. So I figured we have to appease it. Make amends, make some kind of huge, almost mythic apology. We have to find a way of apologizing for something we don't know we did. So it has to be symbolic. It has to symbolize in some way everything bad each one of us has ever done as an individual or as part of a group. It's an almost impossible task. But we have to do it soon. Because we're doomed. Unless we make the shadow, go away. Events are unfolding here that prove we're running out of time. Right now, I'm making a chocolate cake, but inside, what I'm really doing is apologizing. This cake is an apology for all the times I know that people I loved or people I hardly knew needed some special little treat. And I didn't have the energy to make them one. Just a little thing, but this huge symbolic apology will actually be made from thousands and thousands of little things just like this.
I remember the night my parents were taken away from me. I remember my grandmother taking me in. She came to check on me, and it was middle of the night, and I had wet the bed. She cleaned me up, she cleaned the sheets, and then put me in her bed, and I started to cry. I started to cry really hard, and she said, "It's okay, Rose, it's okay. I've been crying too. But don't you wet this bed, because I have to sleep here as well." So we laughed. In spite of everything, we laughed. And we kept laughing until I fell asleep. And when I woke up the next morning, she wasn't just my grandmother. She was my entire family.
Is that what God does? He helps? Okay, tell me, why didn't God help my friend who died while the guilty roam free? Okay, fine. Forget the one-offs. How about the countless wars declared in his name? Okay, fine. Skip the meaningless murder for a sec. How about the racist, sexist phobia soup we live in because of him? And I'm not talking about Jesus. I'm talking about all organized religion. Bunch of dealers who got their followers hooked to the drug of hope. Just the addicts. Addicts who want their hit of bullshit so they can keep their dopamine of ignorance. So, fuck God. He's not good enough for me.
No, it was only me. I was the only one that had to hide. Well, she was gone and they were at work, so. It was just me. Alone. And scared. And lost. Terrified, locked in a bathroom. But now it makes me sad. You know, it makes me worry. It makes me anxious. It makes me fear everything. It makes me lose my fucking mind. You know, when it's bad. When it's bad like this, I just lose my fucking mind. You know, and I can't always tell what's real and what's not. You know, sometimes I just drive around in my car and I call out his name. Because I miss him. I still miss him so much.
Oh yeah. No, how fucking convenient you're here now. Where the fuck were you? Why didn't you come? I was waiting. I was looking out at the crowd lined up saying, sorry for your loss over and over and over and over again like it fucking means anything. I was waiting. I was waiting for some small relief, some small something that could just make the shittiest day of my fucking life a little less shitty, but no, you weren't there. I don't mean shit to you. You know, and I'm realizing now how fucking stupid I was to ever believe that you changed. You know what? I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being so goddamn sad all the time, but I don't know if you noticed, but I'm kind of going through some shit right now. I am never gonna see her again. You know what? Go fuck yourself, Brennan. Let me know when you're ready to act like you have a fucking heart again.
I won't pray for you. I'm sorry. I can't. No, wait. Please listen before you bite my head off. It's not that I don't care about Emmy. I do. I'm mortified. Completely mortified that your little girl is so sick. Yes, dying. I know. Hey, I can help you with housework or cooking or give you money or anything you need at all. But I won't pray for you. Why? It all comes down to God. God is omniscient, this all-knowing, all-loving, the man with the plan, the really good plan. Yeah, I used to pray for the poor, the needy, the starving children, the victims of nature's wrath. But then I realized God knows. He knows everything. I'm not giving him any new information when I say if people are starving, they're going to die if you don't intervene. If I pray to him to say, please God, don't let Emmy die of leukemia. She's only 6. She deserves to live. What I'm really saying is, you screwed up, God. You should have given cancer to a child. You might be this all-knowing, all-loving, supreme being, but you're really fucked up this time, buddy. I don't know why God is letting Emmy die, Cynthia. It breaks my heart to know that he is. But I can't question God's plan. I just can't.
What you wanna be, float your mind and listen to the beat, rocking to the lyrics, you're so fortunate free, looking up in her eyes they mean.
Okay, Toronto. Congratulations to the performers. Some heavy stuff in there. That's maybe it's a better end to a day than a start to a day. Some of those, heavy topics. But some very powerful and strong performances, so congratulations. Now, I talked about voting at the beginning. I'll say a few words about that in just a minute. If you would like to join the World Monologue game mailing list, you can. There's a link in the description of this video. You can sign up as a fan to get notifications of our global finals, or you can sign up as an actor if you'd like to participate next year. We also run a film festival, the World Monologue Film Festival, which is a pretty cool little thing. Similar to this event, except there is a much greater focus on technical production and there has to be camera movement. It is mandated. So please check that out. And actors, performers, I'd love to see you guys consider putting an entry in for this year. We will be announcing the results of the main professional category this Wednesday at 8 p.m. Sydney time. It is 10 a.m. Sydney time on Sunday, FYI, if that helps you calculate. So we will be putting the 20 winners of this category through to the globals, and you can find out everything about them then. Join our mailing list, you'll get a notification, or hit the subscribe button. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I am just hitting the save button on a change I made earlier to the description of this video. So you should now see there is a voting form available. If you're not watching, if you're watching live, sorry, you may need to. Sorry, my brain's turned off. God, I'm having a bad day, aren't I? If you are not watching live, if you are watching live, okay, I'm just gonna go home now. If you're watching live, please refresh your screen. If you're not watching live, it should already be in the description of this video. Voting lines are open for 48 hours, after which they will be closed, believe it or not. So if you would like to vote, please do so. If you are one of the performers, just please bear in mind you are not, as I have said ad nauseum now, able to share the voting link directly. Please share a link to the show and encourage people to come along and watch you. Everybody, please don't try to vote twice. We'll just remove all of your votes if you do that. That's probably about all I have to say, but it has been lovely hosting the regional finals. Congratulations again, Toronto. Some very powerful performances. It's really been great to host you guys, and I will see you on Wednesday for the results, and then I'll see you in mid-November for the global finals. Everybody have yourselves a good evening, a good day. See you later.